Welcome to the Path and Life channel. In today's video, we'll explore a special topic: individuals who carry within them a great mission. These people, despite living in difficult circumstances, even suffering much more than ordinary people, have the ability to change the world in ways few could imagine. Their mission does not come from luck, but is the result of harsh trials, of years of hardship they have overcome. They are special people, tested by life to bring light to the world. No matter how difficult life gets, they persevere, remain steadfast, and never give up, because within them burns a noble ideal, a vision that transcends even the suffering of the present. Join us as we follow the journey of these special individuals, to better understand the inner strength, patience, and sacrifice they endure, and more importantly, to realize that sometimes the difficulties in life are the very resources that help us reach new heights. And that ordinary people can become heroes in their own lives. Those who carry within them a great mission are not ordinary people. They are souls sent by heaven and Buddha to fulfill a noble task: to save humanity. They do not come to this world to live an ordinary life like everyone else, but carry within them a sacred responsibility, a mission that transcends all. Heaven and Buddha chose them, not because they are the strongest or most talented, but because deep within their souls, they possess compassion, wisdom, and unwavering determination. They come to this world to spread love, illuminate dark places, soothe pain, and open paths for lost souls to find their way back. Each step they take contains sacrifice. Each word carries awakening. They are the ones who shoulder the burden of humanity, bringing hope and light to the world. Not seeking recognition, but always persevering through all challenges, because they understand that their mission is to save humanity, and that is the only thing they need to do in this life. In this impermanent world, each person's life is like a river, flowing with the currents of fate. Some live quietly, like a small grain of sand in a vast desert, leaving no memorable trace. But there are also those who, despite starting from adversity, or just being ordinary people in society, carry within them an extraordinary mission. They are chosen by heaven and Buddha to become guiding lights for humanity. That mission does not come from chance or coincidence, but is the result of a miraculous arrangement from heaven and earth. It is the crystallization of noble qualities, determination, the strength to overcome challenges, and especially a heart full of love and compassion. The bearer of this mission is not the strongest, richest, or most prominent. They are the ones with a pure soul, an indomitable will, and a heart constantly striving for noble values. Although their lives may be full of hardships and trials, it is in those difficult times that their virtues shine even brighter, becoming a guiding light for those around them. These people are proof of a truth: greatness does not come from outward prominence, but from perseverance, from a pure soul, and unconditional love for life. They teach us that no matter how difficult life is, if we keep a pure heart and a steadfast soul, each person's mission will find its way, and they will become a light to the world. The childhood days of each of us, though they may have passed in poverty, hardship, or deprivation, it is in those moments that we learned invaluable lessons that life has to offer. We may have been attached to days of plowing fields, collecting firewood, or sometimes having to endure not having enough to eat or wear. But it is those difficulties that have taught us to appreciate every grain of rice, every drop of water, and even the smallest rays of hope in life. We cannot forget that it is in those challenges that people truly realize the value of things that seem simplest. Think of Confucius, a man who lost his father at a young age, grew up in poverty, and had to do all kinds of jobs to make a living. But it was in that destitute situation that he learned an important lesson. The lesson of morality, of how to live a righteous life. Confucius understood that no matter how poor, no matter how hard life is, people still need to maintain their personality, self-respect, and virtue. Those years of hardship tempered him, allowing him to develop profound philosophies about how to live, how to treat others, and about peace of mind. If it weren't for those arduous experiences, would Confucius have been able to deliver such profound teachings, helping so many generations after find light in life? It is precisely during times of trial that people find their true strength and learn how to live harmoniously and righteously amidst hardships. We, too, will grow through each of life's challenges. Even in the darkest moments of life, when all hope seems lost, there are people who persevere in finding ways not only to help themselves but also to pull others out of the darkness. They never give up, living not only for themselves but also for others. Looking back at their journey, we realize that the difficulties and challenges they faced from a young age were not bad, they were like invisible molds, silently shaping them into strong, resilient, and compassionate individuals. From the launchpad of poverty, they rose, not only changing their own lives but also becoming an inspiration, creating great changes for the whole world. Difficulties and challenges are not punishments but precious gifts bestowed by heaven and earth, or by Buddha. They are opportunities for people to refine their souls, to make their hearts increasingly sensitive, so they can deeply feel the suffering of others and be willing to share love and empathy with all. Those chosen by heaven and Buddha are not the strongest or the richest, but those who carry within them an open heart, a soul easily moved by the suffering of humanity. And from that, they can transmit rays of hope and love. When we look at those who carry a noble mission, we clearly see that their lives are never peaceful. The sufferings of the world, the scenes of misfortune, cannot just pass by like a fleeting breeze, cannot be easily overlooked without feeling. Ordinary people can choose to ignore, to glide past the difficulties of others as if it has nothing to do with them. But those with a mission cannot be like that. They cannot turn their backs, cannot pretend not to see. Deep in their hearts, those scenes of suffering are like a call, a reminder that cannot be ignored. For these people, even a small act, a gentle word of comfort, they feel it is something they must do. Therefore, their lives are often never peaceful. The sufferings, the hardships of the world are like grains of sand, little by little, gradually accumulating in their hearts. Each grain of sand makes their souls heavier, but also makes their hearts deeper. They endure suffering not to collapse, but to understand more deeply the suffering of others. It is from that suffering that they find extraordinary strength. It is that empathy, that deep compassion, that urges them to act. They are willing to give up personal gain, to give up comfort, to embark on challenging journeys, to venture onto arduous paths, just to bring a little hope, a little light to this world. These people not only live for themselves but also for a great ideal, for others, and for the change they want to see in this world. With thoughts beyond their age, they always wonder why the world is so unfair, why some people have to suffer while good things are hard to preserve. These big questions not only make them ponder but also create an invisible wall, separating them from those around them. It's not that they don't want to integrate, don't want to connect, but in a noisy and hurried world, they cannot find harmony in the superficial stories or fleeting joys that others find. They often feel like a raindrop lost in the desert, or like a lonely bird flying in the vast sky. No matter how high they fly, they cannot find their own flock. Their sensitive hearts make them see the world with deep eyes, easily recognizing the hidden corners that many others miss. But this sensitivity sometimes makes them feel lonely, lost, because they cannot blend into the normal flow of life. Every step they take is heavy, not because they lack strength, but because their hearts are full of sorrow and understand too deeply the injustices of life. Those who are chosen, those who carry a special mission, often feel lonely, but strangely, they are not afraid of that loneliness. They understand that loneliness is the price to pay for being different. For the noble ideals they pursue, no matter how many long, lonely nights they have to go through, they persevere, because they know that the light they carry within them will gradually dispel the darkness. Not only in their own lives but also in the hearts of thousands, millions of others. Their hearts, though sometimes heavy, never grow cold. They know that difference, loneliness, is essential on the path they choose. They are not chosen by heaven and Buddha to live an ordinary life, but to become a sacred flame, warming the world. Even though they themselves have to endure the extreme cold, they still burn brightly, still dedicate themselves, because they understand that their mission is to bring light to the world, to warm the hearts of those who are lost in the darkness. To be able to do that, they must face great challenges, like fires testing their courage, or like sharpening stones, honing their patience and perseverance. These challenges are not accidental but part of an invisible refining process, helping them become stronger and wiser. They are not only those who overcome challenges, but also those who inspire. The eternal flames illuminating the path for those who are still searching, still waiting for light in the darkness of life. Deep in their souls, those who carry a great mission often face self-doubt. When feelings of loneliness arise, they often wonder if what they are doing is truly worthwhile, if the suffering they are enduring is in vain. These questions sometimes make them feel lost, as if they are walking on an endless road, not knowing if there is light ahead or just darkness. But it is in those dark moments that they learn the most profound lessons about themselves. They learn to overcome weakness, learn to find strength from within, from the deepest corners of their souls. The inner challenges they go through, though not easily perceived, are the biggest obstacles they must overcome to become the best version of themselves. Those who are chosen do not face just one great challenge, but a series of continuous challenges. These challenges are like a vast river, having to overcome countless rapids and surges before being able to flow into the vast sea. They keep fighting, keep moving forward even when tired, sometimes seemingly unable to continue. But it is those difficult journeys that have forged them, tempered them into resilient, strong, and compassionate individuals. Truly great people are not built from flowery words or ostentatious actions, but are made from silent and meaningful deeds. They don't need the dazzling lights of fame, don't chase the halo of fame and fortune. This lack of pursuit of fame and fortune is clearly shown in their simple and sincere way of life. No matter how outstanding their talents are, they never use them to brag or take advantage of others. They understand that true value lies not in outward appearance but in inner qualities. They value actions more than words, and it is those actions that leave a deep impression on others. With a sincere heart, a pure soul, they easily leave a strong impression on those around them. That sincerity is like a gentle breeze, blowing away all the dust of the world, making people feel warm and close. What's special is that the less they seek fame and fortune, the more respect and admiration they attract from those around them. Fame does not come from their seeking it, but life naturally bestows it on them, as a way to reciprocate the values they have contributed. The more humble, the more sincere they live, the more people will see them with deep respect and affection. Arrogance is the fastest path to collapse. Arrogant people are often blind to their own mistakes, not realizing that complacency is just a trap set to make them lose wisdom and intellect. Therefore, those who truly understand life choose to live humbly, bow before life, and learn to see themselves properly. Their humility is not a sign of weakness or inferiority, but strength from within, steadfast self-control and resilience in the face of life's storms. Truly great people do not need to prove their greatness. They understand that the value of a person lies not in what they boast or show off, but in what they silently contribute to life, in silence and perseverance. Therefore, they always maintain a calm, gentle, and serene attitude, even when achieving great achievements. When praised, they are not complacent, not hasty to receive praise as an affirmation of their worth. When criticized, they are not angry. Do not let negative words shake their souls. They accept everything with a peaceful heart, like a lake without ripples, knowing that every challenge, every word of praise or criticism, is a valuable lesson to help them grow. Therefore, in each step they take, there is the stillness of one who understands the ups and downs of life. They do not need the world to applaud, because they have found peace and fulfillment within their own souls. Those who carry a great mission often face painful misunderstandings, not only about themselves but also about their actions and intentions. This misunderstanding is not just personal pain, but sometimes a long journey that pushes them into loneliness. They have to walk through suspicious glances, heartless judgments, and sometimes even betrayal from those they once trusted most. It is the difference in their way of thinking and acting, the noble ideals they pursue, that makes them the target of unfair judgments. People with a mission often have a vision ahead of their time, seeing things that others have not yet realized, or are not even ready to accept. Because of this advancement, they are considered eccentric, different, or even attributed to selfish motives that they do not have. A person with a big heart, willing to sacrifice and lead for an ideal, is sometimes misunderstood as someone seeking fame and fortune. Those who act for the common good, for the betterment of the community, are often thought to be seeking personal gain. This is an integral part of their journey. When people do not understand your goals and ideals, they will always tend to see you through their own lens, judging you based on their own insecurities and lack of understanding. But it is their steadfastness and belief in their mission that is the strength that helps them overcome all challenges. And no matter how lonely they are, they do not give up the path they have chosen. When those who carry a great mission look back on what they have done, the values they have brought, they feel a deep fulfillment within. Even though the outside is still full of misunderstanding and criticism, they do not live to please others, but to fulfill the mission they have chosen. Even though they have to endure gossip and opposition, they persevere, because they know that great things are never easily understood immediately. New ideas, noble ideals always come with resistance, because they challenge old notions, complacent thoughts. Misunderstanding is the shadow that always accompanies the light of great souls. But it is in that shadow that they learn to shine. They do not need recognition, do not need immediate understanding from others, because they understand that as long as they keep faith in the path they have chosen, time will be the answer. Time will be the mirror reflecting the truth, helping everyone realize their value, even though that truth is sometimes not recognized in the present. But for those with a great mission, even if the truth is never recognized, they remain steadfast, because they know that their journey is not to be recognized, but to contribute, to light the flames in the hearts of others. Children being raised in love and abundance is part of the mission that those with a great mission carry out in silence. They do not need to show or flaunt, but through silent actions, they protect and maintain the sustainability of the values they are contributing. A great tree does not need to be noisy to assert its greatness. It just keeps reaching high, providing shade for all species. And in every leaf, every branch, contains an invisible but powerful strength. Those with a great mission are the same. They do not need to shout, do not need to display their value outwardly, because what they do, even in silence, still has a strong influence. Like an underground stream, they silently nourish life for a vast land. Although not clearly visible, their impact is extremely profound. The source of life and change. That silence is not obscurity, but a meaningful and subtle choice. They understand that everything has its time, and the seeds of today, though small and not immediately apparent, will bloom and bear fruit in the future. Through perseverance, patience, and stillness in action, they leave a deep mark on this life. Thank you for watching today's video. Those who carry a special mission, despite facing more difficult challenges than ordinary people, it is from those hardships that they are tempered and matured. Life is never easy for them, but it is perseverance, determination, and an open heart that helps them overcome all barriers, to shine, to spread light to those around them. Therefore, if you are feeling that life is too difficult, never forget that in those challenges, you are also being prepared for a great mission. Believe in the path you have chosen, and never give up on your dreams, because you know that today's difficulties are the stepping stones to a brighter future. I wish you all the best in keeping your faith and continuing your meaningful journey. See you in the next videos.